Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about pain and attachment, our attachment to pain, and how we hang on to it for dear life, almost as if we're hanging on to it. Think of us as maybe being stranded on a body of water, and we're hanging on for dear life and on this raft, right? We're sort of abandoned at sea, and we're floating away, and we're hanging on to it, and we can't let it go. It's the same thing with pain and trauma and suffering and things that we've might have experienced in the past. And while pain is such a beautiful teacher for us, we also use it in a way to manipulate, to get what we want, to feed an ego, to avoid. We make ourselves victims to the pain. We give the pain so much power that it controls everything in our life and keeps us from the things that we most desire, keeps us from the things that we dream about, keeps us from the things that we get to have, that we just can't, because it creates limitations for us. It's almost like this is my pain and I'm hanging on to it. And the thing about pain in relationships is most of the time when we're not in relationships, romantic relationships with people, and even friendships, when we're not in communication with someone, we could bury the pain and avoid the pain and not make it part of our day-to-day. And we could pretty much keep it at bay. We actually are pretty masterful at doing that, right? We take our pain and we're just like, let's shove it under this rug and pretend it's not there. And the minute a relationship, a romantic relationship comes up, or maybe something a friend said that might have triggered you, we automatically react with our pain, right? It's really our pain reacting, not really our highest self. And when our pain reacts, we go into a reaction, right? And we're not really responding to the experience, right? And we either get defensive, we shut down, or we run away. And it doesn't mean anything, right? We don't have to make meaning of it or judge it. It's just maybe something we've learned to do and something that might have kept us safe at some point. But here's the thing about pain. While it's our teacher, it is also meant for us to grow, right? Not to hang on really tight to. So I want you to try something right now if you're somewhere where you're safe and you're present. And I want you to take your hands like so. And I want you to grip your fist. And I want you to grip it tight. And you're going to grip it, and you're going to grip it, and you're going to grip it even tighter. And you're going to go tighter. And grip it even more. And as you grip it, I want you to think about a pain that might come up for you. And I don't necessarily mean a physical pain. It might have manifested into a physical pain, but maybe an emotional pain, maybe something that maybe you were abused, or maybe you were told you're not good enough, or maybe you were abandoned or neglected. Whatever it is, I want you to really feel it and feel it in this pain. And as you feel it, I want you to grip even tighter. And then you're going to grip. And you're going to grip even more. And I want you to really feel this pain. And I want you to put this pain in your fists. This pain, this trauma, this suffering, whatever it is that you might have experienced, this wound that you might have experienced as a child, right? And I want you to put it in this and grip even tighter. And by now it should really physically hurt, right? And your hands might start to cramp. And I want you to remember, as my screen kind of goes dark, I want you to remember this very moment that this is how tight we hang on to our pain. This is how tight we hang on to our pain. Now, we can't really do much with our hands, right? Because we're hanging on to this pain. We're very much attached to not letting go, so we're not going to let go. Tell your hands from your mind, let go. You're probably not going to be able to at this point because you're already used to hanging on to this pain so tightly. And I want you to take a deep breath and then release it. And create a mantra in your mind that has you choosing to let go of this pain, suffering, trauma, whatever it is that you brought to mind. And in your exhale, I want you to let it go. And I want you to say, I choose to release this pain, and breathe it out. And I want you to slowly try to open up your fists and let go. And you're going to notice that it's going to take you a little bit for your hands to really come undone, and how long it's going to take for your hands to come back into a natural state. It's almost like they're frozen. I can't even open mine. And I could tell my hands to open, but it's really hard. Right? I still can't do very much. I'm not very mobile with my hands. I could get creative, but I won't be able to do it as best as I would probably with two hands. And then you're going to slowly, oh, it's really hard. And your fingers are probably going to feel a little like crampy. And it's going to take a while. And then your hands are free. Again, this is a really beautiful exercise that demonstrates to you what happens to us when we hang on to so much pain. Pain is beautiful, and we could use it as a means to learn and to grow, or we could use it to limit us from what we're capable of and what we deserve to have, what we're worthy of having. We won't know our worth if we hang on to that pain. We give that pain so much power. And when we release it, you're going to probably feel more tingly and lighter, right? Your hands are going to feel a little lighter, and you're going to feel like you could now, it's going to take a bit for the extremities to sort of come back into its fullest range, but you're going to feel new blood flow going in there. And you're probably going to notice that you're going to, I don't know, maybe you'll be able to do something new that you haven't been able to do before. But I invite you to do this exercise with as many pains as you have, and really consciously release the pain out of your body through your hands, to remind yourself, because a lot of times it's about the mind-body connection. And when you connect the mind and the body, you allow yourself and your body to release this pain so you're not carrying it with you. See, it's really easy to shelve the pain somewhere deep in your subconscious and never really see it, never really deal with it, right? It's like if you're storing something in your closet, you never have to, you'll never see it because it won't be in your consciousness, it won't be in your vicinity, you won't notice it. It's the same thing with our pain and our traumas. We have gotten so good at shelving it, putting it away, and never seeing it again. But then when we open up the closet and see it, we recognize the beauty of it. So bring that pain to light so that you could release it and not hang on to it anymore, not give it power. And answer this question for yourself. Who am I without this pain? So now that you've released this pain, and there's going to be parts of the pain because pain is very complex and it has many different layers to it. So who are you without that pain? Now that you've chosen to release it, who are you, right? Are you free? Are you light? Are you love? Are you able to move? You're flexible now. You're courageous. You're brave. You're open. Who are you without that pain? And if you feel called to it, sit down and write in your journal what comes up for you. That's what I got for you. In case you didn't hear today, you matter, you're worthy, and I love you. And I just wish you a beautiful, beautiful, loving day. And this is the kind of work that will get you to the ultimate epic relationship that you get to have when you start to release a lot of the pain that you carry, right? We're not meant to carry all this pain. We're not meant to carry all this heaviness that comes with the pain, because eventually it becomes resentment, and resentment turns to anger and rage. And most of us haven't quite learned how to communicate our anger in a way that's effective, right? That's supportive, that's revealing. We talked about that in the past video. So I really want to invite you to let go of whatever pain you're hanging on to, and understand that there are going to be more layers to that pain to release. But even if you just release a little bit, acknowledge yourself and really allow yourself to. And if you feel called to, once you write the answer to who am I without the pain, write your pain a love letter. Write your pain a love letter that tells that pain what you're grateful for because of whatever lessons came to you because of that pain. So write that pain the most beautiful, heartfelt love letter and see what happens. Have a great day.